Hafsah bint Sirin. Hafsah, the daughter of Sirin. She was a tabi'i scholar. In other words, after the time of the Sahaba. She was the sister of Muhammad ibn Sirin. You all know Muhammad ibn Sirin, I hope, or most of you know Muhammad ibn Sirin, one of the foremost figures of Islam and of knowledge and of wisdom in all fields of knowledge in the time of the Tabi'een. Him we know. His sister, two of his sisters were scholars, in particular Hafsah bint Sirin. Muhammad ibn Sirin himself, sometimes when some scholars or some students come to him about some nuances in the wordings of the Quran, in the science of the qira'at, he says to them, go to Hafsah. He says to them, go to Hafsah. My sister can give you, in other words, better knowledge than I have. Hafsah bint Sirin, again, she memorized the Quran very young already. And her scholarship was so well known. And her righteousness and her, alhamdulillah, her piety as well. The softness of her heart, the transparency of her heart, besides the depth of her knowledge and of her ilm, was so well known that one of the most or the foremost scholars of the time, Iyas ibn Muawiyah, to give you an idea, Iyas ibn Muawiyah, rahimahullah ta'ala, they said about him that people of that time and scholars of that time, they used to say every 100 years there is someone born who is full in intellectual abilities, in mental abilities, tammul aql, and wisdom. And they used to say that Iyas ibn Muawiyah is one of them. He used also to say, Iyas ibn Muawiyah, that I have never used the fullness of my intellect in debating those who have other views, and those views were erroneous views. He said, I have never used the fullest of my intellectual abilities with them. This same one, who also was described as hujjatun or thiqatun hujjah by one of the foremost critique of scholarship, namely Yahya ibn Ma'in, describes him as thiqatun hujjah. This thiqatun hujjah is the title you give to the foremost level of accuracy in scholarship you can ever build. This scholar describes Hafsah when he was asked, whom amongst the scholars of your time, the main scholars of your time, would you judge as most able and most virtuous? He said, Hafsah bint Sirin. Hafsah, the daughter of Sirin. And then he was further asked, in that time there were great scholars like Al-Hasan al-Basri, rahimahullah ta'ala, one of the foremost figures of knowledge and of moral consciousness. And her brother, Muhammad ibn Sirin, he replied, as for me, I know of no one that I can equate to Hafsah bint Sirin. Not even her brother Muhammad ibn Sirin, one of the greatest scholars of all times in the Islamic history, nor Al-Hasan al-Basri, one of the greatest figures again in Islamic history in terms of knowledge and in terms of spirituality as well. That was a woman scholar. They taught many great Muslim scholars who were males as well.